Hello everybody, before we start this video I'd like to give a shout out to 3 people this time. This week we're doing Arisu channel, Ritoto, and Nykazuu T passive. We're on here at Seanster Super 5 as well as everyone from the Mass Legion and everyone's Seanster Patrol made by Family Manny Posse. We wish you good luck in your oncoming future. Now, without any further ado, let's begin your featured presentation. Hope you all enjoyed the video and have a good day. It's still fantastically beautiful, the Academia. I mean, I know there was a lot of things going on behind the scenes, but it really does look amazing, and hopefully Fontaine's overall structures would be just as good as... Hi everybody, welcome everybody, my name is Seanster 5 and welcome everybody to the 7th one-off special of Genshin Impact. And yep, that's right ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again for a trio of Genshin Impact one-off specials for the next 3 weeks, including this one, and we are back here again in the wonderful greenery of Sumeru, as today we are going to be doing the Layla hangout quest, and just like last time, the last 2 hangouts before, well, not 2 hangouts, because we had Farazan last time, and then we're doing Layla this time, and then Kaveh with the next trio one-off. So yeah, this is like the second hangout event that has ever been done on this channel, and this time it's going to be Layla. So I thought that a team of Kirara, Tainari, Barbara, Trina Duhart, if you're watching this video, I'd like to say that your girl is finally on stage, and Diona for this lovely mission. But yeah, I thought that another trio of Genshin Impact one-offs would, give a lot of people a little bit of a demonstration on how the world has evolved since last time we saw it. We're currently in version 3.8, and that means that next version we are going to be getting the Fontaine region, which is probably going to be bigger than Sumeru, but I'm not going to like count my chickens just yet, to be fair, because, well, this game is already big enough, and flipping Sumeru is already like massive, so imagine what they could do for Fontaine onward. It really does surprise me, but we're not here to talk about how big the world is, we're here to have wonderful adventures, and that's what we're going to be having today. So, before we start this next trio of, well, start the first chapter of the next trio of Tales in Teyvat, I'd just like to thank you everybody so much for all your support for the latest series, that being Seanster Plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and the last one-off where we covered the Xenoverse 2 your Hero Justice Pack story mode. All your support is very much appreciated, and although it does seem that we're kind of in a one-off special limbo at the moment, after 3 weeks, the new series will be coming before us, and it will be Gotham Knights. And although a lot of people say, I've heard people say on the internet that Gotham Knights isn't really the best game in the world, but I've heard some people say it was good, some people say it was bad. But me, I play games just for adventures that I share with every single one of you there. And well, I mean, the choice is yours whether you want to partake or not. But I just hope we could share more adventures like these, especially for one-off specials, maybe even like super special videos, or even just any video in general. As long as I have all of you with me, my friends, my families, and amigos to enjoy these adventures with, it makes doing each video all the more worth it. And I would not be here without all of you today. As for updates, well, there's not really much in the way of updates, to be fair, because it all seems to be very quiet now. What with the Fontaine update is coming, but there will be possibly a hangout and a story quest from that region after Kaveh alongside Baiju or Yoimiya's story mode. Again, if the decision between Baiju and Yoimiya's story mode for the next trio of Genshin one-offs hasn't been made, don't worry, I'll be sure to flip a coin, and whoever wins gets to be broadcasted on YouTube, and if not, then they will be more than happy to have their diary entries for the Twitter Genshin diary, on Twitter. Sorry, I'm muddling up my words today, I do apologise. But like I said before, no matter where the wind takes us, no matter what video game we are witness to, or anything in general, to be fair, whether it be Genshin Impact, Gotham Knights, as long as I have all of you to share these adventures with, then it makes the day all the more fantastic. And again, I would not be here without all of you. and I cannot be more thankful for everyone of your love and support. It really makes my day, and I hope it makes your day too. So, before I start rambling, I believe now is high time not to keep Layla waiting, because, well, yeah, I know Layla likes to have a few lie-ins, to be fair, but, you know, a little hangout wouldn't hurt every once in a while. So, so I need to catch my breath for a second. That was quite a mouthful. So, before we walk right into the doors of the Academia to begin our next hangout event, let's get, if you enjoyed this video and of course what's to come in the future, including with the next 3 weeks being Genshin one-offs and the eventual, you know, premiere of Seanster Plays, maybe even Manny Plays, Gotham Nights. It might be a Seanster Plays, to be fair, but don't worry, I did promise Manny that I would, I find like at least one game to, you know, fit in there, and it'll be a good one. It'll be a good one. Fingers crossed. I mean, if it isn't a if it isn't a Manny Plays after this this trio one-off specials, then it's most likely a short. Then it's a good chance that the next main series will go to Manny. So you'll still be seeing plenty of Seanster and Manny content. So don't worry about that. Right. Before I begin rambling again, I do apologise, and of course, as always, remember here at Seanster Super 5, as well as everyone for the Mass Legion, and everyone in the Seanster Patrol, Maypie Family, Manny Posse, we all hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope everyone enjoys today's video, and now, with Kiara in hand, let's head right into the Academia with the cutest form possible. Hoyoverse, yeah, I could not be more blessed with this flipping cuteness, and I don't even have to hold the button. It's a shame that there's like a 10-second cooldown there, but yeah, is it fair for me to say that, you know, I might be playing Kiara more? I almost got confused with the Lion King 2 character, Kiara. But no, Kirara, I'm never going to be playing more Kiara in the Fontaine version, but that's just for me, and I'm just digressing. There we go. Oh, and look at that, Layla's just right there, right in the front, right in the foyer waiting for us. Hey, Layla.
Oh, we meet again. Sorry, but I don't really have time to chat right
now. You seem a little tired there, Layla. Are you okay?
Yeah. It's been days since I've had a good night's sleep. I was originally looking up some information at the House of Dana, but the more I read, the more I realized that my thesis is horribly lacking.
Okay, alright, so being long tortured by her own anxious thoughts, Layla's stress value shows her this value will fluctuate as the story progresses. Appraise the situation care. Okay, so this is new. This is like a whole new thing for Layla. So it's a good thing that they're bringing like multiple varieties for these hangout events. I just hope I don't like max out her anxiety, because the last thing I want to do is to stress Layla out.
I should have been done with the first draft of my thesis by now, but I've barely written a third.
Okay, it's okay. So what are you planning to do now?
Well, I guess I have to keep looking up as much info as possible. I shouldn't give up now, but who am I kidding? Maybe I'm not cut out to be a researcher. Maybe I shouldn't have come to the Academia in the first place. All I've done is cause trouble for my advisor and classmates. I should probably notify my advisor sooner than later, so he can focus his attention on the other students. No, I don't even have the guts to bring it up, and I haven't completely given up yet.
It's okay. Please cheer up. Things probably aren't as bad as you think.
To be honest, I haven't slept a wink for days. Just thinking about the awful state of my thesis keeps me up at night. Lack of sleep hinders my ability to focus, and if I can't focus, I can't do any proper research or thinking. I'm stuck in a vicious cycle. I've seen the caliber of the other academia students. They're all geniuses and fast learners. I'm nowhere near as gifted as they are. who's been helping me out, my advisor probably would have kicked me out of the Darshan by now.
Okay. Is this someone a good friend of yours?
No. All my friends are back home. I'm the only one who got to come study at the academia. This might sound strange, but I actually don't know who's been helping me. I don't even know if they're a person or not. Due to my lack of sleep, I sometimes get dizzy and faint when I'm stressed out.
Is it really that bad?
Yeah, but oddly enough, when I wake up, all the things I was stressing over are taken care of. My homework's somehow finished before the deadline, and my papers are perfectly written, but that's not all. My flowers are watered, laundry's done, even my broken camera was fixed. I really don't know what's going on, but for now, I'm calling the phenomenon a blessing from the stars. Maybe the stars above decided to help out after seeing all the effort I put into my research. If that's even possible.
That sounds pretty extraordinary, if you ask me.
But there's no point in me studying at the academia if I keep relying on this mysterious phenomenon. It comes down to my own efforts, improving one step at a time. How else can I honor my parents and live up to the expectations of everyone who knows me?
That makes sense. The effort you put into is equally important.
Oh no, I've already spent too much time chatting. I still haven't made much headway on my thesis. At this rate, I'll need the Wisdom Sealy's help.
You just said you wanted to rely on your own efforts, didn't you?
Yes, but time's of the essence, so I have to take what I can get. Sorry, I'm just making excuses, but the Wisdom Sealy is truly amazing and freely shares its endless knowledge. If you want its help, all you have to do is write down your question and you'll get a response a short while later.
That's amazing. Can Sealies even do something like that?
No one knows who or what it actually is. It's just known as the Wisdom Sealy, but getting an answer all comes down to the Sealy's mood. Sometimes it'll only give you a vague answer or play tricks on you. I'm pretty sure a researcher wouldn't do something like that. All I can do right now is hope that it helps me.
But what about that blessing from the stars?
Who knows if it'll happen this time? I can't put all my eggs in one basket. Trying my luck with another phenomenon is better than doing nothing.
Let's see. Well, it does sound a little sketchy, but I'll go check it out with you.
Really? But I don't want to take up your time.
It's fine. I don't really have anything going on anyway.
Sorry for the bother. You're too kind. Okay, let's go give it a try. I've already prepared my question for the Sealy. I just hope it can help me get through this predicament. Among the countless legends surrounding the House of Dana, the Wisdom Sealy is one of the more popular ones lately. It hasn't been around for long, but word of the Sealy's existence spread like wildfire. Many people have claimed that they've received a reply from it, so it should probably help me as well, right?
So, do you call it by its name when it appears?
I don't know its name, and we have to keep our voices down in the House of Dana. Or else you'll get some scary glares from the Mahamada. Let's split up and ask around about the Sealy. Hopefully someone knows something more.
Okay. And that's just what we'll do. Right. Now, guess it's deeper inside the academia. Well, time to get looking for that research about that wisdom sealing, I guess. Hopefully it's just as cool as they say. Okay. There we go. Time to use some real getaway power. And of course it's overshadowed by this cutscene. I've got to admit, you know, it really puts a lot on the emphasis of wisdom in Sumeru. I really do. Oh, see, we're talking to someone named Rabba.
Excuse me? Have you ever heard of the wisdom sealing?
You've come to the right person. I came across this legend not too long ago myself. After hearing about it, I decided to test it out and asked it a question about the brightness of the stars. 2 days later, I got a response. It included 2 pages of detailed and accurate information. It saved me from having to look up a ton of resources.
Really?
Yeah, so I submitted another question a few days ago. I still haven't received a reply, though.
That sounds like what others have said, but I don't have the time to wait for a reply if the Sealy doesn't answer right away. Whatever. Can you please tell me how to submit a question to the Wisdom Sealy?
It's quite simple. Go to the bookshelf over there and find either Theoretical Astrology or a quick reference guide to astrology cases.
Oh, I know where those are. My Darshan has us use those 2 books quite often.
Okay, so write your question in a letter addressed to the Wisdom Sealy, and then insert the letter into one of the books. Come back in a day or 2, and if you see a red stamp on your letter, that means the Wisdom Sealy has replied. However, if the stamp never appears, then that means the Sealy doesn't want to answer your question.
I see. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go write down my question. Hopefully the Sealy replies.
That's still a lot. Okay. Now, time to find that book that Rabba mentioned. Oh. Okay, I guess I can't. I can climb all walls, but I can't climb those walls. Okay, it seems like it's further ahead. We're going higher and higher with this one. Okay, I'm going to switch over to Tainari to give Kirara just a little bit of a rest. Okay. Oh, is it? Of course, I've almost went in the wrong direction. Okay. Let's see. Head over to the bookshelf Robert mentioned. Let's try this one.
Finally. I wrote out my question and put it in the book.
Awesome. So, what's to happen now?
Wait, I guess. Let's give it some time. I'll come back tomorrow to check on it. Don't worry about me if you have other things to do.
I'll come with you. I can't help but feeling a little bit worried, especially if it's causing you stress.
I see. Thanks. I appreciate it. Alright then, let's meet up here tomorrow. I really hope the Sealy replies. Time to look at the letter. Please let there be a stamp. Please let there be a stamp. There's a red stamp on it. The Sealy responded. Fantastic.
Oh, look at that. You're already looking better already.
This is wonderful. My troubles are at an end. I can't even begin to express how grateful I am. Let's take a look at what it wrote. Thank you for your letter. Though I have extended a response, I cannot answer your query due to your questionable motives. Questionable motives? Me? Wait, huh? Okay, let's see. Completing a thesis requires independent thought and work. You planned on using my knowledge to complete your paper's most critical portions. That's not right. However, considering that your deadline is fast approaching and that there is substance to the content in the completed sections of your thesis, I've decided to help you nonetheless. Follow the hints I've left, and you will find the answer to your question. consider the effort you put into thinking and searching as your payment for my knowledge. What the? It's absolutely right about everything. Oh, I'm starting to feel guilty now. I can't deny any of it, but I'm running out of time. Oh, what should I do?
I mean, we've come this far. I'll search for the answer with you.
Huh? I could tell you're a very kind person, but I never expected that you'd go this far to help me. I'll definitely think of a way to make it up to you once I take care of my thesis.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay, let's start by looking at the hint it left us. It should be on the second page. The first clue lies hidden on the road of wisdom. The headstrong child finally sees the world for how big it truly is, filled with awe, yet struck with fear. That's it? Not even a picture or any other marking to go off of. This is pretty abstract. What's this road of wisdom and who's the child?
Well, I feel like that wisdom is probably referring to the academia.
Possibly. That sounds like a natural conclusion. So, is the road of wisdom the road that leads to the academia then? Wait, I think I get what it means by the child and awe and fear. When I first left home, it took me days to reach Sumeru City. I was completely shocked when I first saw it with my own eyes. It was so grand and awe-inspiring. Pictures of the city simply don't do it any justice. After seeing the city, a thought popped into my head. Am I really worthy of this place?
And all that's left is the fear, but what could it be?
Worry, fear, or whatever you want to call it. If I'm connecting the dots correctly, then I think I know where the Sealy is leading us. But how does it know my feelings so well?
Let's see. People who come to Sumeru City from elsewhere might often have similar feelings.
You have a point. There's nothing special about my background or experiences. It could be anyone's. Anyway, let's go take a look.
Okay, well, let's see where it is on the map, and it's all the way over here. Well, it shouldn't be too much of a walk, so let's give this fast travel a try. Yep, it's definitely a good idea. I got Baiju on my team when I did. Yeah, I think I'm never going to get used to fast travelling, nor is my stomach. Okay, just got a mountain to climb, mate. Should be easy.
We should be close. This is the way I came when I first traveled to Sumeru City. It's been way too long since I last visited home. No, this isn't the time for that kind of talk. We have to hurry and find the clues that the Sealy left behind.
It's a pretty big area, but I'm sure we'll find something.
It is. Relying solely on what the Sealy said might not be viable. Assuming the Sealy is intentionally linking the clues to my past, I think I have an idea.
Oh, more ears.
So this is a little embarrassing. At that time, the sight of Sumeru City was absolutely mesmerizing. I was anxious, but also excited about all the things to come. I was distracted and accidentally stepped on an Avidia leopard's tail.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. But I sometimes get distracted too. I guess that's just the price of
I
it.
didn't notice it at all. poor thing was sound asleep, and after I stepped on its tail, it bolted straight up. I freaked out and ran as fast as I could. There were actually more Ovidia leopards sleeping nearby, and they were all faster than me. I almost got bitten a couple of times. Good thing someone from the Eremites heard me shouting for help. They managed to scare off the leopards.
Indeed, but it was a good thing you weren't hurt, that's the main thing.
Yeah, but when I finally managed to calm myself down, I noticed that the talisman my mother had made for me was missing. It's extremely precious to me. Ever since I was little, I would always carry it with me whenever I'm doing something important. I also had it with me when the academia conducted its selection exam at my village. I checked my bag at least a dozen times to make sure the talisman was in there. I feel much more at ease knowing that I have it with me. I had thought that it would also help me calm my nerves in Sumeru City, but I ended up losing it before I even finished registration at the academia.
I can tell that the peace of mind it gave you must be very irreplaceable.
Yeah, and that's when I started having sleeping problems. I just began to sleep less and less each day. Losing a talisman like that is definitely a bad omen. Oh, sorry. I'm starting to ramble again. What were we talking about before? All right. Why, the silly led us here. I think we should look around where the Ovidia leopards attacked me. If the silly is trying to make me remember things that happened in the past, it would make the most sense for it to hide clues in memorable locations. Aw, hope the silly's clue wasn't also torn to shreds by Ovidia leopards.
Let's have a little look around first. Hopefully they're probably in a different area by now.
Yeah. That's the only way we'll know for sure.
Okay, it's all the way down there. Okay, just careful. Doesn't seem to be any leopards around here, so we're golden.
Oh, we should be close.
This rock formation definitely looks familiar. What if I... There we go.
Sure enough, it's here. And in a really obvious place. That pretty much confirms my hunch about this Sealy's intentions.
Comes to show that Sealy really knows you well.
I don't know. But how did it know about all these details? I've hardly told anyone about this stuff. It's not hiding somewhere and spying on me, is it? Oh, that's a scary thought. Anyway, let's look at the clue we found. Seems like you haven't forgotten about your very first failure. See? It knows everything.
I mean, we shouldn't jump the gun just yet. I mean, yeah, though this might be too much even for a common or even a wisdom Sealy.
I have no idea what's going on. No wonder the Sealy is becoming legendary. Let's keep reading the clue. I've placed the second clue where heaven meets water. The answer, seemingly amongst the stars, was ultimately washed to some unremarkable place downstream. Just as I thought. It's something to do with me again.
Oh, that's quick. You already got the meaning?
If the first clue was any indication, then the location described in this clue should also be related to my life experiences. Most Ritawa's research is related to studying the stars. My own thesis work often requires me to go in the field and collect astrological data. And, let's just say there's another devastating and unforgettable failure I had.
Well, I wouldn't think about these things too much, because thinking about these things will only make things worse.
But that can't be helped, right? We do many things not because we want to, but because we have to. Let's keep moving. It might be hard to believe, but being out and about is making me feel a lot better than usual.
Okay, let's keep your stress levels at a minimum, okay? Alright, so it's about over 500 meters that direction, and it's just right at the border of Sumeru City. Well, definitely getting close, Layla. Just try to calm down, okay? Okay, yep, this should be the place. Really gotta thank that guy for helping me out. Baiju, I mean, for the medicine that he gave me in case I get on fast travelling expertise like this.
We're here. That's the spot. That's where I performed my first field observation after enrolling at the academia. I borrowed some equipment from the school and came here on a perfectly clear day. Everything was ready to go and I was positive that I'd be able to get some great data. But the equipment was a little heavy and I didn't notice that the ground was muddy and some spots were unstable. After I finished setting up everything, part of the ground suddenly shifted and my equipment started teetering over. I rushed over to grab hold of it, but I ended up tripping over another piece of equipment. The next thing I knew, everything was covered with muddy water. Me and all my equipment. You must be wondering how someone can be so clumsy.
Well, we're all prone to mistakes when we aren't really rested.
Thank you for understanding. If I were the one complaining about not being well rested, it would just sound like an excuse. Oh, it's a vicious cycle. The less I sleep, the more mistakes I make. The more mistakes I make, the harder it is for me to sleep.
So, what happened afterwards? Were you injured?
I just got a minor fracture. So I had to rest at B. Marston for a while. To pay off the damages to the equipment, I took some part-time jobs. I just went to work whenever I couldn't sleep. It took me forever to pay off what I owed.
So, if it's okay to say, did your insomnia get worse after that?
Bingo. The pressure from my studies and debt was crushing me, and I didn't want to tell my family about any of it. After all, I am the legendary Layla who made it into the academia at a young age. And had never failed an assignment in her life.
Ever considered taking a break? I must have given you the option to take a break.
Of course. I've even considered giving up on my studies completely and returning home to help care for the Sumter beast, but that would be kind of embarrassing. I don't mean that I'd be embarrassed in front of others. I mean that I'd be ashamed of myself. After all, everything I've done up till now was only a result of my own decisions. Although it hasn't always been smooth sailing and sometimes things don't go my way. I made it this far on my own. There haven't been any major incidents with my studies and I even managed to pay off the equipment damages. But I guess I'm exaggerating a bit. Most of it is still due to the help of some unknown person rather than my own work.
I can imagine your parents would feel bad if they knew what you were going through.
And that's exactly why they mustn't ever find out. Once I finally manage to acclimate to life in Sumeru City, I'll show them my success. Oh, I hope that day will come eventually. Anyways, let's continue looking for the next clue. It should be around here somewhere. An unremarkable place downstream was the description.
Okay. downstream, and it should be down there, I think. Just a slight drop. Hoping that there's nothing around. Okay, there is an air mite right there, but we could just carefully maneuver ourselves.
That place downstream could be somewhere close by.
Yeah, this rock formation definitely looks familiar.
Here, it's over here. Oh, good thing it's dry. I was worried the message might be wet. Let's see. Have you found it? The unremarkable place downstream. Well, of course. How else could I be reading this message? Seriously. I've placed the third hint at a crossroad without a cross. You can turn left or right, but turning back shouldn't be an option.
Feels like the clues are getting more and more vague as we continue.
They're actually getting clearer for me. I was sort of expecting this even before I read the message. I don't know if the clues are following a timeline or if they're based on the amount of regret I have. Either way, this incident was bound to come up sooner or later.
It sounds like this is getting a little personal. Are you okay?
Would someone really go to all this trouble just to pull off some prank? I can't make heads or tails of it. Anyway, just follow me. I'll save the story for when we get there.
Okay. In that case, I'll follow your lead. Okay, over 200 meters, and it's right next to Vimara village. Okay. Alright, guess I better prepare Baiju's remedies as we're going for another fast travel. Okay. Well, yeah. Definitely better than the last time. Whew, thanks, Baiju. Anyway, getting closer now. Looks like it's at a nice little cottage area right here. I wonder if anyone lives here. Well, I'm going to find out.
This is the place that immediately came to mind when the hint mentioned a crossroad. I came here to conduct some astrological observation once. Everything went smoothly on the way, and I thought I was starting to get used to life at the academia. But just as I was about to set up the observation equipment, I heard a strange sound coming from nearby. I made my way here and discovered a bunch of bandits robbing someone. They were a group of treasure hoarders, and the family that was being mugged looked completely helpless. They definitely wouldn't have been able to escape, and simply handing over their mora might not have been enough to make the bandits go away.
So, you wanted help but couldn't?
Not exactly. I already had a vision by that time.
Oh, okay.
Someone with a vision should technically be really powerful, right? Handling a group of treasure hoarders should be well within my abilities. However, I didn't know how to channel the power of the elements to fight at that time, and I was super scared. I wielded immense power, but I didn't feel any stronger than just an ordinary person.
It's alright, what happened then?
Then I ran away. I scrambled towards Sumeru City looking for help. Eventually, I managed to return with a few adventurers I ran into along the way. It took longer than I had hoped, and by the time we made it back here, the treasure hoarders and the family were gone. I don't know if the family only lost their belongings in the end, or if something worse happened to them. I faced a lot of problems after coming to Sumeru City, but this incident is one that I regret the most. I sat on the ground and began to cry. I could have stepped in to help that family. Would it have ended differently if I I were just a little briefer?
Well, not... one can't solve every problem with just courage alone. Being rational is just as important.
Aw, thank you for trying to comfort me, but I can't stop myself from thinking that way. It's just as the silly said. Turning back shouldn't be an option. However, I can't help but think about running away whenever I'm faced with a challenge.
Well, the Sealy probably... let's see, what... Well, the Sealy probably wants you to do more than just criticise you for your past. Maybe this is a way of facing your past as a challenge head-on?
You're right. The more challenging it gets, the harder I should try. I'm feeling calmer now. Okay, let's go look for more leads nearby. We're probably getting close now. Let's search this area.
Okay. So we're looking for another... There it is! Found it!
Here it is, just as I thought. The Sealy must have placed it here in advance. Let's see what we have this time. Whatever it is, I'm ready.
Picture left behind. That looks oddly familiar.
Huh? It's a picture?
So it's not really a riddle, but a picture?
Guess not. This house looks like it's in Vimara Village. Does the Sealy want us to go there?
I'm not too sure, but this could be the last stop in our search.
I can't think of any connection I have with Vimara Village, though. I've only been there once, and it was pretty uneventful. Whatever the case, the only way we'll know is if we go there.
Just be sure not to push yourself too hard, okay? I mean, I can tell that your stress levels did escalate quite a bit, so if you do want to take a break...
Thanks, but I'm fine. I'm used to pushing my limits. I know how far I can go.
Okay then, only if you're sure, and... Well, if I'm being frank, the village isn't too far away, so we could... And well, we're pretty full of energy as is from all that fast travelling, so... Might be best for us to have a little walk down. Okay. There we go, we're going to use Kirara's little cute road. Now let's see... How... Okay, it doesn't work. It does not work in water, okay. We can establish that it does not work in water no matter how cute it is. Okay, gotta defend ourselves though if it is a trap. Though I pretty much doubt it. I mean, I've been down this village a good few times when I first came to Sumeru, so I highly doubt anything bad would be here. Grab this mint while I'm here. Alright, well, this is the place. Fingers crossed it'll be alright.
Let's see. This should be the place. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Maybe the Sealy didn't prepare anything for us this time. Or does it want us to knock on the door first? If we're wrong about this, it'll be super awkward.
Layla, it's okay.
You're right. I can't always be like this. Sometimes it's better to take action than overthink every little thing. Hello? Is anyone home?
Coming! Just a moment. Oh, it's you, Layla. How nice of you to stop by again.
Do you know me?
That's no way to greet a friend. Of course I know you. Is this a friend of yours? Or perhaps a classmate?
A friend. I'm having a little trouble with my thesis and we happened to be passing by.
Layla, you don't suppose...
I to begin. I recognized him immediately. He's one of the people that was getting robbed by the treasure hoarders. But he shouldn't know anything about me. He shouldn't even know who I am.
Oh, I did hear you say that you've been down here once.
Yeah, but that was before the robbery. I was just passing through. Even if he saw me, he wouldn't know who I am. He didn't notice me during the robbery.
Is something the matter?
I appreciate your kindness, but I really can't remember how we met. I'm sorry.
So you aren't joking? Do you still remember when my family and I were being robbed by a gang of treasure hoarders?
Yes, but I don't think I was of much help to you all.
How so? You told us everything yourself the last time we met. My family and I were surrounded by treasure hoarders, and I didn't know what to do. But then, we heard people approaching in the distance. Those treasure hoarders were the first to hear them coming and started to flee the moment they sensed the situation wasn't going their way. They didn't even bother taking anything with them. I wasn't sure what had happened, but the treasure hoarders were scared off. I immediately grabbed my wife and child and got out of there.
Oh, I see. I'm so glad that you and your family were unharmed.
I thought it was a party of adventurers that happened to pass by, but later you told me that you had spotted us and ran to find help. You were amazing. You managed to keep a level head, even in the midst of danger. I know you have a vision, so those treasure hoarders wouldn't have been a match for you. But they might have harmed me and my family if their backs were pushed against the wall.
Wait, that's not exactly what happened. I still regret not helping out sooner. Anyway, when did I come here last? I don't seem to remember.
It's been some time, but not too long ago. I don't recall exactly when. What's wrong? Nothing's coming to mind?
Nope. I'm sorry. I still can't seem to remember, even after everything you've told me. Maybe I'm just under too much pressure.
You came over and ate with us, and you played games with my son. If only we had taken a picture. Oh, you forgot a package here from that visit. You'll definitely remember once you see it. Wait here, I'll go fetch it.
A package? I left a package here? Wait, this is it.
Wait a second, is this your talisman, Layla?
This is the talisman that I lost, the one that my mother made for me.
Is this really the same one that you lost then?
Yes, this is definitely it. She made it herself. It's the only one of its kind. There's also a letter here. Was I planning to send it to someone? Let's see who the recipient is. To Layla?
So, I'm assuming that you weren't in the habit of writing letters to yourself.
No. I swear I've never done anything like that. What is going on? Let's open it and see what this is all about. Hello, Layla. It must have been quite the endeavor to follow the Sealy's hints all the way here. Great work. Self-reflection is a wonderful quality to possess, but you'll only end up hurting yourself if you overdo it. Failure is a stranger to no one. The purpose of self-reflection is not to indulge in the pain of failure, but to succeed in your next attempt. If you're reading this letter, then you have succeeded in taking the first step. On the back of this letter is the core information that your thesis is lacking. It's actually been done for a while now. It only feels inconclusive because it's missing a concise summary to tie it all together. I hope that this journey has provided insight for your life ahead. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you courage as you carry onward and hope that you fulfill the expectations you hold, always watching over you. Sincerely, the wisdom sealy. Oh. I thought we were going to fail. I thought that everything we did and all the time we spent was for nothing. But the sealy wasn't messing with me after all.
Could it be that all this time the wisdom sealy is you?
I doubt it. I mean, unless I somehow came here while I was unconscious and don't remember it. Although, having said that, I have heard rumors claiming that I sleepwalk a lot. But even then, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm actually the wisdom sealy. It could have just helped me while I was sleepwalking.
Yeah, well, it's safe to say that it's related to the blessing from the stars after all.
I'll write back and ask to meet with the sealy and see how it responds. Even though I still have a lot of questions, this experience was fruitful enough. If it wasn't for your encouragement, I probably would have quit halfway through and holed up in the academia somewhere. Perseverance really does pay off.
I'm not sure if I understand what has happened, but it's something good, right?
Yes, it's something really, really good, and I'm very thankful for it.
Well then, since you're already here, why don't you stay and have something to eat? We just finished preparing some food. Come on, don't be a stranger. Your friend should join us as well. You can leave your troubles until after the meal. You must relax and gather your strength so you can take on the challenges ahead. Am I right?
Yep, I think he is.
Alright, thank you all. I can do this.
I wish you courage as you carry on forward and hope that you will fulfill the expectations you hold. Well, that truly was a fantastic ending to a nice little bit of a scavenger hunt. Well, right, just gonna make sure that Layla gets back to the guild hall safely, as I feel like that she's about to fall asleep before we wrap up. But with the end of that little scavenger hunt, I think that's going to be the end of the first part of our next trio of Genshin one-offs. So everybody, if you enjoyed this video and the series to come, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content coming soon. I'm going to make sure that Layla does, is back in her bed before nightfall. But again, I'd like to thank everybody so much for joining me on another adventure into that. And without all of your support, I probably wouldn't be here without all of you, and I'm so appreciated, and I hope that we'll continue to have more amazing adventures for the weeks and years to come. But for only at SHOUTOUT to Revive, as well as everyone from the Master Legion and everyone on the SHOUTOUT Patrol made by Family Manny Posse, thank you for joining me for this video, and I'll see you all next time, where we will be beginning part 1 out of 2 of the Nahida story mode and all the magnificent wisdom and magic it has to offer. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you all had a fun time this week, and I'll see you all next time. Bye and sleep well. Take care.